Short exercise 21-32, we're going to use the high-low method to forecast costs. The manager of Trusty Car Inspection reviewed the monthly operating costs for the past year. The costs range from $4,300 for 1,300 inspections to $3,900 for 900 inspections. So notice as the inspections rise from 900 to 1,300 inspections, the monthly operating costs rose from $3,900 to $4,300. Our requirements. We're going to use the high-low method to calculate the variable cost per inspection. Then we're going to use that to calculate the total fixed costs. And they're going to come up with an equation and calculate the operating costs for 1,000 inspections. So basically what's going on is they had 900 inspections and they know the cost. They had 1,300 inspections and they know the cost. So they want to be able to project the cost for other levels of inspections, in this case 1,000. And then finally we'll draw a graph illustrating the total cost under this plan, which means showing the cost for the $1,000 or the 1,000 inspection scenario, the 1,300 inspections, and the 900 inspections. So going back to our slides, the high-low method was used to project costs at various levels of tablet production. Notice here's the tablets produced and here's the various maintenance cost levels associated with the number of tablets produced. So what we try to do is we try to figure out, well, how much was the variable cost per tablet, and then what is the fixed cost involved with these levels of costs. So these maintenance costs in this column, these are a mixed cost. They involve a fixed cost and a certain variable cost per unit, in this case tablets. And over here you can see the formula for the mixed cost. Mixed cost equals some type of a fixed cost plus the variable cost. And they call it the high-low method because we take the highest level of production, 480 tablets, and the lowest level of production, 240 tablets, and we use those two data points to calculate the variable cost per unit and then the fixed cost. And then here's step one. We calculated that the cost per tablet was $2 per tablet. So what that means is that for every tablet they produce, there's $2 of variable cost that contributed towards the maintenance cost. And then in step two, we found out that the fixed cost was $1,000. So no matter how many tablets we produced, there was $1,000 of fixed costs. So the end result is we found out that the mixed cost, which equals the fixed cost plus the variable cost, was the fixed cost was $1,000 plus $2 per tablet was the variable cost times the number of tablets that they wanted to produce. So that's what we're going to recreate in this homework exercise. So in the first step, we're going to use, it says to use the high-low method to calculate the variable cost per inspection. So we're recreating this step here. So the variable cost per unit, the formula is change in total cost divided by the change in the volume of activity. And because it's the high-low method, we choose the high level of production and the low level of production. Now up here, they only give us two levels of production, so that's what we will use. So again, the formula for step one is change in total cost divided by change in volume of activity. So we're going to put that in words. Change in total cost divided by change in volume of activity. And that gives us the variable cost per inspection. So we need to calculate the change in total cost with the high method, or the highest production level and the lowest production level. And again, because they only gave us two production levels, we don't have to search for the high and the low. So change in total cost, we're going to take $4,300 minus $3,900 gives us $400 change in total cost. And then we're going to divide that by the change in volume of activity. So that's the number of inspections. So 1,300 inspections minus 900 inspection. By coincidence, that also gives us 400. So 400 divided by 400 gives us a $1 variable cost per inspection. I'm just going to put a 1 in there. You can also put 1.00. Excellent. And notice it changes it to 1.00 for you. So what that means is that this variable cost per inspection is that for every inspection there is a dollar cost. So if we had 2 inspections, we would have $2 of variable costs. Also, notice that it says round to the nearest cent. So when you're doing the other problem, make sure you round to the nearest cent. So our next task is to calculate the total fixed cost. So the way we did that in the slides is listed down here in step 2. Fixed cost equals mixed cost minus variable cost. Well, how did we get there? What does that mean? Well, notice the mixed cost up here. A mixed cost is just the fixed cost plus the variable cost. And if we use some simple algebra and rearrange this, it becomes fixed cost equals mixed cost minus the variable cost. So that's what we're going to do right up here in step 2. So what we found out down here is that the fixed cost was $1,000. So let's see what we have in this scenario. And again, we're going to take the formula is fixed cost equals mixed minus variable. So here we got total fixed costs, that equals the total mixed cost minus the variable cost, total variable cost. And then it says use the highest volume and its mixed cost to calculate the total fixed cost. So here we're going to find the highest volume up here. So the highest volume is 1,300 inspections. So we're going to use a $4,300 mixed cost. That's the total cost. Remember, it's a mixed cost. So we're going to put the 4,300 here minus the total variable cost. Remember, the variable cost is $1 per inspection. So we're going to take $1 times the number of inspections. So 1,300 inspections times $1 is $1,300. And then notice the formula says mixed minus variable equals fixed. So we're going to take the 4,300 minus 1,300 gives us a total fixed cost of $3,000. So that means even if they did 0 inspections, they're going to have $3,000 of total cost. If they did 1 inspection, it would be $3,000 plus $1 per that inspection, so 3,001. So 2 inspections would be 3,000 plus 2, so 3,002. Requirement 3, write the equation and calculate the operating costs for 1,000 inspections. So notice they have total mixed costs. So what are total mixed costs made up of? It's the fixed cost plus the variable cost. And so what we're going to do here is they're wanting us to recreate this formula in words right here. And notice there's something in here with a multiplier. So which one of these costs, fixed or variable, includes a multiplier? That's the variable cost. So this part in parentheses, notice there's a parentheses here and here. That's the variable cost. So how do we calculate the variable cost? It is the variable cost per inspection. So this $1 times the number of inspections, which we're trying to figure out what the mixed cost is, the total cost is for 1,000 inspections. So to finish this formula in words, total mixed equals fixed plus variable. Remember, mixed equals fixed plus variable. We've already got the variable over here, so we need to put fixed right there. And then what is the total fixed cost? We already calculated that. It's 3,000. So copy and paste. So again, what we're trying to figure out is what's our total cost going to be if we have 1,000 inspections. We know the level for 1,300 inspections, and we know the level for 900 inspections. So what's it going to be for 1,000 inspections? So we're going to take just follow the formula, 3,000 plus 1 times 1,000. So that's $4,000 of total mixed cost. So if our boss asked us, well, if 1,300 inspections cost us 4,300 and 900 inspections cost us 3,900, how much are 1,000 inspections going to cost us? We know right here, $4,000. Now we get to graph it. Requirement 4, we're going to draw a graph illustrating the total costs under this plan. Show the costs at the level of 900 inspections, 1,000 inspections, and 1,300 inspections. So we're going to graph those 3 plot points on this graph, and then that line that will correspond to those 3 points will be able to help us predict costs in different scenarios. So the first step is to click this to enlarge the graph. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to graph the costs at the point of 900. So 900 inspections gives us $3,900 of total costs. So the first thing we need to do is click the point tool. Then notice down here, these are inspections, and over here, this axis is dollars. So we're going to find 900 inspections and go up to $3,900 a cost. And notice in the upper right corner, it shows our plot point coordinates. Now, if I did this plot point incorrectly, I could click the delete button. So I'll click the delete button and start again, even though that was correct. I just wanted to show you how to do that. Click the point tool, go to 900, and then go up to 3,900. Now the next one, we want to plot 1,000 inspections. So remember, 1,000 inspections gave us a total mixed cost of 4,000. So 1,000, I need to click the point tool. 1,000 gives us 4,000. And then the last one, we want to plot the 1,300 point, which gives us 1,300 inspections and $4,300. So click your point tool. We're going to go to 1,300 inspections and go up to $4,300. Double check your coordinates. And then we need to draw the line. So we need to click the line tool. So I'm going to click the far right tool, and then the far right point, and then click on the far left point, and now we have our line. So what the purpose for doing this is now we can project, well, if we get 1,500 inspections, what's our cost going to be? So I just need to go up to here, and it looks like that's about, what, $4,400? So that's the point of doing this. Graphing, so that we can predict future costs in different scenarios. Because businesses like to do a lot of what-if scenarios. And we click the Save button. And notice it saves our graph. And then we can click Check Answer. And that's it.